What's going on, guys? CB Bricks coming at you with one of the most anticipated videos of the year. This is building Dandoran, the finale. Now today, obviously, I'm going to be showcasing the first order supply base on Dandoran in all its glory. But first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for all the support in the Building Dandoran series. You guys got me through the project. I just want to thank you so much and all your encouragement. Now this is going to be a long video because it's going to be a showcase of everything. So if you don't like long videos, stay tuned till Wednesday where I'm going to be coming out with the slideshow showcase of this mock. And I know you guys are going to enjoy that too. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. To start off, we're going to be taking a look at the beach area with this mountain side of the base. Now it has a mountain rock wall which leads up into the base, which was really unique, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's just built up by that normal mountain technique that you see from a bunch of different YouTubers along with myself. The water also is another technique that you use. So it has a bunch of these studs in light blue, dark blue, and trans clear, which gives it depth. So you have obviously the shallow water and the deep water. They're all held in by these modified plates in light blue, so you can see right here, and they work really well because they're kind of inconspicuous and it looks really cool. These pillars right here with the windows in them, they were ideal in the shaping where they kind of pop out. I've had that idea since the beginning when I sketched this out, so I think it turned out pretty nicely actually with the details and the fairly cool trans clear panels. So yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Continuing on to the front, here is the entrance, and it's probably the most iconic thing of this mock, or what will be the most iconic thing. I like the different colors and the usage of some red there to give kind of that first order look. We have a couple guards here, obviously. The shaping into the side windows looks really nice with these kind of curved slopes. This little nub right here can actually activate the door, so if you turn that, it activates a couple of gears, and it can open up pretty nicely so you can fit your figures in. I really like how this entrance is at a 45-degree angle. It's made with some turntables, and I might do a technique breakdown on that whole system. And it looks really cool. Continuing up a little bit, you can see that we have these turrets, which are all custom, and I might do a tutorial on those. They can rotate 360 degrees, and each individual cannon can move on its own. And they're really nice, and you have two of them on either side on top of the pillars. So yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. The beach underneath has really nice texture through plates, and has a couple different, it has really nice dimensions to it. The sand here, there's in two different colors. There's a dark tan and the normal tan, which represents the wet sand and the dry sand. And I think it works out really nicely. I like the shaping and how it blends into the foresty area, which is right here, and it is all covered in tons of plants. Now we have different types of plants. We have some of these flower stem pieces, some of these banana leaf pieces, some crazy pieces, some bamboo pieces, some leaves. They're all covering the ground, and it looks really cool. Here we have a mud pit which has some creatures in it, some native Dandoran creatures. Looks pretty cool. There's also a tree in the back, which we'll get a closer look at in a second. I really like the details because it has a couple different colors, actually giving the ground some depth. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Now the same vegetation technique is continued over to the other side of the mock as well, where it goes into the tree area. And the tree is one of my favorite parts of this mock just because it's my first time ever attempting at a brick built tree. I use the same technique that I did with the mountain detailing, just with some more earthy tones of colors, and it looks really good. It's just kind of at a smaller scale. The branches are made with these kind of inversed arch pieces in reddish brown, and that's how the branches are made. And I used the leaves in two different colors, and I think I used dark green and normal green. It looks really cool. Continuing on to the other side of the mock though, you can see that the same detailing is taken over to this side, except the wall is different. It's not mountain this time, and it actually has some pretty simple but cool details. But the windows are pretty much the same. They're identical on both sides, and they look really cool. And here you can see a better look at the turret on this side and some of the details running along the railing at the top. Now I went ahead and flipped around the MOC so you guys can get a better look at the landing pad, which is the roof. And now here I have a first order transporter on here, kind of resupplying because it's a supply base. We have a trooper loading in one of these custom crates. It's pretty cool, looks pretty nice. It also has, looks like some food in there, and you can just remove it pretty simply in a pretty cool way. I'm just going to set it off to the side for now. Over here you have a fueling station, which has a little hose here which can connect into the first order transporter to refuel it. Looks pretty nice. You have these grill pieces that I used along the actual roof to kind of take up space and also give it some texture. There's this railing along the outside which you saw from the other side, but here you can get a better look at it on how it's attached. I'm just going to move the camera up here a little bit so you can see on this side you have a couple of troopers that are kind of talking, and you can see how the railing continues over and then it cuts at a 45-degree angle and it goes onto the other side, and it looks pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the first order transporter to give you guys a better look at the roof itself. Just like that. Let's head over to the side. And here you can see it's actually simplistic design with the grill details, and it's mostly dark bluish gray. Now over here, as I move the camera over a little bit, you can see that the entire sides are completely open. I just move back. You can see the two sides are completely open on this side and that side to allow for easy access onto the inside. There's this hole right here which is used for the elevator, which I'm going to show you in action right now, but we'll take a closer look at that once we remove the roof. You can see it goes up and down. Oh, looks like I broke it real quick. But let's go ahead and remove the roof so that you guys can see it completely removed. Just like that. Now before I actually do that, I just want to show you the detail on the bottom, which involves some lights and some ladders that are used for texture. And also this middle hole here actually pegs into the middle pillar to give it support underneath, which is really good technique. Now as I take the roof off, I'm going to take this is a good angle at taking a look at the inside details. So the floor is mostly tiled with some studded spaces to put minifigures, and I think it looks really cool. Up here you have this balcony area, which is really cool technique. It cuts at a 45-degree angle. And over here we have an on-screen display with some troopers, which they're in some seats. I'm just gonna take them off real quick, and you can see their on-screen displays and their controls. Now each one has a targeting system because the other sides control the actual turrets. I think that was a pretty cool system. The railing system on the sides are made with these 6-stud long bars and some droid arms, and I think that's a really cool technique. And it was really difficult actually to get it along the corners here with those wedge pieces. Over here we have a holographic display of Dandoran, and you have Captain Phasma and some other officer talking it over, kind of making some plans maybe. You have some random details on the floor, but over here we have this really cool crane system with a chain and a hook with these same crates that I showed you at the top. On the other side there's a gear that if you rotate, it will actually move the chain down, so you can go ahead and connect it to some open studs, and you can lift it up and move it around. So it's a really cool system, and I've actually had some fun with it. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. You have a control panel here which a trooper can use, and you have a control panel over here which this custom maintenance droid uses. Actually it's pretty cool actually. So yeah, so there's a closer look at the control panel over there, and I really like that. And these custom stairs are some of the coolest things I think I've ever built, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm just gonna, there's another one on this side, but you can get a better look on this side actually. I'm just gonna move the thing out of the way, and you can see how it's built. It's used with these slopes and inverse slopes on the other side, and it all kind of works together really simply. I can't imagine how I could have made it any more simple. Up here you have some gun racks as well, which work out really well. Now I went ahead and took a lower kind of look, sort of like from a minifigure view. So here you can see another staircase view and how it's kind of shaped, and it looks really cool. More of the tiling, and here is the elevator. So if I'm going to remove the officer that's there at the moment, you have a control panel, and it all moves up on this rack system. It just slides, but its own weight actually holds it in place, so it's really cool. And that is pretty much it for the interior. Now this is a better look at actually how the two sides are completely open to allow for easy access to the inside, and also gives you a nice view, a corner view of the ladder or the staircases and stuff. And I think it looks really cool like this. Now let me know what you guys think, but it kind of has some inverse slopes on top and slopes on the bottom to kind of make a cool circular or ovalish area, and it looks pretty cool. It allows for a really nice view and easy access to the inside. So let me know what you guys think. So overall, guys, after thinking about it, I think this is my favorite mock of all time from myself. Mostly because it was completely designed by me and sketched out. Absolutely no real outside inspiration except for my brain. So I think it's just really cool. But I want to thank you guys so much for all your support. And you know, I'm at 1,400 subscribers right now. I want to thank you so much for all your support throughout processes like this. And you know, bigger mocks in the future will come. Now, I have been updating stuff like this, not only on YouTube, but also on Instagram at CBBricks. It will be on the screen here. There will also be a link in the description. So go ahead and check that out so you can get future updates and kind of ideas on that. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It really helps me out there as well. Kind of, you know, platforms from different areas kind of, you know, help me grow. But that out of the way, guys, I think that's it for this amazing showcase. So thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.